Broken Sword Shadow of the Templars, Gameplay Part 12.
Okie dokie, welcome back. Alright, I have no clue what I'm supposed to be doing now, so I'm just going to hit the hint to start things off. Okay. Okay, so the church then. Alright, let's go. Uh-oh. Was it there? Christ, I can't even remember now. That one. So I'm assuming one of the monks or priest or whatever it is. Show him the chalice. Let's go.
Hello again, Father.
Bonjour, monsieur. How pleasant to speak to you again.
What do you make of this chalice?
It certainly looks very old.
About as old as this church, I think.
There seems to be an engraving on it.
Yeah? What does it say?
I do not know, it is very tarnished. With your permission, I could try polishing it. I promise I will be very careful.
Yep. Go on.
That'd be very good of you.
This shouldn't take very long. Feel free to look around.
Okay, thanks.
Ah, that was loud. Just turn it down a little bit. Okay, how long am I supposed to sit here while there's polishing there? Yeah, I'm just going to press him again and see if he's done.
Hello again, Father. Hey, thanks.
It is my pleasure, monsieur.
What was the writing on the chalice?
It was not writing, my mistake. It was a coat of arms. The remarkable thing is that it seems very familiar.
Yeah?
Oui, I think I have seen it on that wall tomb in the far corner. That winged horse is quite distinctive.
Huh?
Catch you later.
Au revoir, monsieur.
Don't know about that one.
Now that my attention had been drawn to it, there was no mistake. There was no name on it, but the coat of arms was undeniably the Pegasus of the De Vasconcelos family. I'd found the last resting place of Don Carlos. My eye was drawn to the biblical references carved into the edge of the tomb.
Hey, maybe these biblical references mean something. Psalms 32:7, John 4:11, Corinthians 1:4-5, and just one more, Psalms 22:21.
I may not be perfect, but I've got a memory like a steel trap. The chalice had led me to these inscriptions, but it looked like a happy coincidence to me. After all, the De Vasconcelos arms were already on the manuscript. Note, I was still convinced that the chalice had some significance all of its own.
Okay. Then what? What? Alright, let's go back to him. I'm not gonna lie, I actually wasn't paying attention then. I was sorting the camera out. I completely missed that.
Hello again, Father.
Got red lips.
Bonjour, monsieur. How pleasant to speak to you again.
I got too much saturation. Yeah, no wonder that wasn't doing anything. I was playing around with the wrong one. That'll do. Oh, clearly he didn't want to say anything.
Catch you later.
Au revoir, monsieur.
Alright. So I'm gonna have to wait for 4 minutes, and why are you showing me this again? Way past that. Okay. A familiar academic. I'm back to the museum again. There's a lot of back and two on this. Well, come on. Yep. God, I'm not talking to him again. That's still a minion. That's still a minion. Alright, so here we go.
Hi, Andre.
Hello, Georgie.
While I was in Syria, I discovered a strange pagan statue. It was like a head with 3 bearded faces. Horrible.
That sounds as if it could be Baphomet, the idol described by the Templars.
The poor Knights of Christ had an idol that looked like that?
Allegedly. The description of the idol came from the evidence extracted by the Inquisition. Mind you, not one statue or idol was ever found on Templar property. Until now, that is. Just last month, a statue of Baphomet was unearthed right here in Paris.
Where?
At the Institut Hermétique de Naval. The statue is beneath the foundations. It was discovered by some workmen while renovating the building.
I think I know where I'm going.
Can you tell me any more about the statue of Baphomet?
It's a fearful image, even now. A bearded head. The base of the statue is carved with Templar symbols. One of the workmen noticed a curious stain at the base. He claimed it looked like blood.
Blood?
That's right.
You didn't say you knew Nico at college?
Didn't I? Ah, oui. She was an odd little thing back then. Quite an endearing wife, I suppose, but she always looked so miserable.
That's hardly surprising. She was mourning her dad.
I know. She wore nothing but black for 7 years. She was more goth than Alaric the Visigoth.
Thanks for your help, Andre.
You're welcome.
Alright, let's go. Hey, somewhere new. Yeah, it's like it's covered in paint.
Excuse me, could you help me?
What is it?
I've got a few questions. You're doing a fine job.
Merci. I have my professional pride.
I don't think I've ever seen a Gauloise smoked so stylishly.
It's a natural talent.
I'm being sarcastic.
I'm being indifferent.
You're very good at that as well.
Merci. Vive l'indifférence.
So, what are you doing here?
I am having my break.
Yeah, I mean, when you finish your break.
When I finish my break, an interesting concept, monsieur.
You'll probably need to think about it.
I could have another cigarette while I consider. Perhaps tomorrow too?
Okay, let me put things differently. What were you hired to do here?
I was hired to keep the archaeological dig in the basement of this building clear of debris, and to touch up damage to the door frames with my little pot of paint. It's a very responsible job. Unfortunately, I'm not a very responsible person.
So what do you know about the excavation?
I know they won't let me in to do my job. I would complain to my union, but
You couldn't be bothered to join.
right. Tell you what, though. I'm surprised at the sort of people interested in this excavation.
What's unusual about the visitors to the excavation?
None of them look like archaeologists to me.
Do you know what an archaeologist looks like?
Three-piece suits, crocodile-eyed attaché cases, Rolex oyster.
But no archaeologist dresses like that.
Quite right, monsieur, quite right.
So, who are they?
Who cares as long as they pay me?
What does the word Templar suggest to you?
Templar?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Good chat.
Be seeing you.
Au revoir, monsieur. Hey, you! Get away from my dumpster.
There was a dumpster full of debris. From the excavation, I guessed.
Hey, monsieur! Get away from my paint pot!
Okay.
I should think so. Meddling with a man's paint pot. What?
The painter had a pot of gunmetal gray primer hanging from the barrier.
Huh. What was that used for then? Wonder what I'm going to be using it for. Hey up. Alright, what we got? Not going to be able to get in there. Oh, telephone. Alright, let's have a chat with him.
Hi? Excuse me? Oui?
Oh, wait.
So, what exactly are you doing here?
I'm guarding. You expect to find me shearing sheep?
Take it easy. I just didn't realize you were a guard.
Huh?
I'd like to know what you're guarding, please.
That's a secret.
It wouldn't happen to be an archaeological site, would it?
Are you asking me or telling me?
I'm telling you.
Then why ask?
I had a feeling this was no normal hole in the ground. What do you know about the Knights Templar? There was a long pause during which the guard said nothing. Then he said,
Nothing.
"Nothing at all?
Is this a test?
What, like a history pop test?"
No, like a test.
Okay, yes, it's a test.
Then I know absolutely nothing about the Templars.
The guard was being amazingly evasive. It was going to take more than goodwill to get past him.
Curious.
Have you seen this man before?
Oh,
You have.
no.
So you have.
I was gonna have to get rid of this thing. It was dead.
Oh. Ah.
Do you recognize this name?
Merlin. No.
Ah.
Talk to you later.
Au revoir, monsieur.
You let me go in there?
There was a closed door with toilet scratched into the cheap veneer.
That door's locked, monsieur.
There was a closed door with toilet scratched into the cheap veneer.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Do you mind if I use the phone?
Be my guest. I'm paid to guard this door. The phone can look after itself.
Hi, Nico?
George, what have you discovered?
Nothing yet.
Nothing. Is something wrong?
No.
George, why are you calling me?
Oh, no reason. I just wanted to hear your voice.
You did. Well, this is my voice saying, don't bother me, I'm busy.
Oh.
Alright. Huh. I'll turn the heating up to get him out.
I couldn't imagine what I'd achieved by turning the dial.
Turn it anyway.
A thermostat was mounted over a radiator. The radiator was pumping out heat as the thermostat was cranked right over to full. No wonder it was warm in here, even with the door open to the chill of fall.
Okay.
The doorway led to an old utility closet that had lost its door. There was nothing interesting in there. The doorway was full of assorted old tea chests, cardboard boxes, and so on, all empty and all uninteresting.
Ah, dumpster.
Yep, that was definitely debris. I couldn't see any use for a collection of dirt and half bricks.
So you can't see that the camera's in the way. Alright, let's head back out. Alright, so what we got? Wheelbarrow.
A well-used wheelbarrow was sitting by the rubble-filled dumpster.
Okay, so something about the paint. Right. Alright, what we got here? That needs to go. Let's just ask him about that in a minute.
Hi, it's me again.
What now?
Have you seen this man before?
Yes, he asked me a lot of questions, just like you.
So he's here. I know.
Hi, it's me again.
What now? A greasy tissue. Don't get it too close to my cigarette, monsieur, or there'll be a conflagration.
A what? Greasy. Okay, am I supposed to start a fire or something? How the hell would I manage that? They said this was dead.
Hi, it's me again.
What now?
I was pretty sure the shaken shock had shot its bolt in Syria. Hi, it's me again.
What?
Has a guy calling himself Merlin been nosing around?
Was he wearing a t-shirt with "My name is Merlin" on it?
I doubt it.
Then how the hell am I supposed to know his name just by looking at him? Huh?
I've got a sewer key.
I used to work in the sewer.
Oh? What happened?
I had a cigarette break in a pocket of methane. A manhole cover landed on the other side of the Seine and I was sacked.
I have some plaster of Paris.
Amazing.
I definitely need to start a fire.
Have you ever seen anything like this?
Yes, it's a communion chalice. I know, you know, I used to be an altar boy.
You?
Yes, me. What's so funny about that?
Nothing.
Try again.
A greasy tissue. Don't get it too close to my cigarette, monsieur, or there'll be a conflagration.
It's gonna be daft. When he puts a cigarette back in his mouth, I'm gonna press it again. Just on the off chance. He's not gonna move now, is he? Damn it. Okay.
Be seeing you.
Au revoir, monsieur.
Will you let me put it in the bucket?
Hey, monsieur! Get away from my paint pot!
Okay.
I should think so. Meddling with a man's paint pot. Whoa.
Ah, damn it. Okay. Anything else I'm missing here? What was that? Oh, it's white.
Oh, darn. I'd left my grappling hook at home. No way could I get up there.
Alright. Stumped.
A guard stood by a door I guessed led to the excavation. He looked pretty pompous. Well, not so much pretty, just pompous.
It's not guarding that door. I'm supposed to get into the toilet. It said it's locked. Why would you show him this? I can't remember.
Hi again.
What is it?
Do you recognize this name?
Merlin. No.
Hi again.
What is it?
Aha! There we go.
It sure is hot in here.
I have to have the door open to allow the workmen access, so why not? I turn the heat up.
You could wrap up warm.
I have my gloves if it gets cold, but why bother when it's warm anyway?
Trying to get into a locked washroom. I had the strongest feeling of deja vu. I'd like to use the washroom, but the door's locked.
Oh, that's no problem. You can have the key.
Thanks.
Aha! Okay.
Talk to you later.
Au revoir, monsieur.
Alright. Am I able to get him locked in the toilet? Alright, so what we got over here then? Sink. That's dripping.
I didn't want to use that unless I really had to.
So?
The cold tap's washer looked to have failed. It was just dribbling down the sink. I didn't want to use that. A filthy wash basin hung on the wall. The taps were rusty. Oh, boy.
Okay.
A hand dryer was mounted on the wall. If the club Alamat had used one of these instead of a roller towel, I'd probably still be stuck in Marib. I wasn't that interested in what might go into a restroom's garbage to investigate.
Hmm.
Being in a charming comfort station like this made me think fondly of the toilet in Syria. That place was kept in pretty good order. At least, it had been until I vandalized it. Still, it was all for a good cause. The thing felt really hot. Big demands seemed to be being made on it. There was a big old boiler used for heating the building.
Okay. No.
The cold tap's washer looked to have failed.
Yeah. Ooh. How am I supposed to use the soap for?
I figured washing my hands with that soap in that sink would just get my hands dirtier than when I'd started.
Hmm. No. All plaster? No. Arr. Alright. There's something to do with that hand dryer. Put the soap in the hand dryer? I don't know. Oh, I'm just spitballing here. I haven't got a clue. Shovel.
Capacious as my pockets were, I didn't figure I could cram a shovel in them.
Mm-hmm.
The shovel used to feed the furnace was stuck into the pile of coal. I didn't want any coal. I could have climbed onto the sink, prized the ventilator cover loose, wedged myself into the tiny hole, smashed the far cover out, and plunged headfirst into the next room. Or I could just go through the door like a sane person.
And a bunch of keys contain the keys for both the washroom and the excavation. Okay. Yeah, but I can't. What? Yeah, but I can't go in that. I mean, yeah, obviously the keys I've got will open that door, but without him gone. Right, let's put that. No.
No way. Let's have a chat, see if there's anything
Hi again.
else.
What is it?
Nothing.
Talk to you later. Au revoir, monsieur. Hey, monsieur, don't go with my keys.
Ah, okay. So now, oh, wait.
Hi again. What is it? Here's the keys. Thanks. Merci, monsieur.
Right, so toilet.
I need you again.
I have this
Never mind. Here's the...
Okay. Now give me the keys back.
Here's the keys.
Merci.
So I can't get
Talk
them,
to you later.
Au revoir, monsieur.
I can't get them back when I need them to. Alright, see if he's got to say anything.
Hi, it's me again.
What now?
So,
Would you be interested in soap?
Not at this exact moment, no.
Be seeing you.
Au revoir, monsieur.
Alright, let's have a look. I'm gonna give me the 4-minute mark in it. Oh, 2 minutes. Alright, let's go back down. Alright, just check the hint. So, I need to get the keys, make a duplicate. So I'm assuming that's with the soap. So I need to get the keys back. So is it the plaster again? No.
Hi again.
What is it?
I need to use the toilet again.
Again? Already?
I have this problem. How technical do you want me to get?
Never mind. Here's the key.
Righty-ho.
Talk to you later.
Au revoir, monsieur.
Oh, back in there. What, really? Alright, so it's... Yep.
I made an impression of the big key in the cake of soap.
So is it there?
I carefully sprinkled the plaster into the soap mold I'd made of the key.
And now I need to get it wet. I was about to say undry it.
Well, it had taken a while, but I had made myself a completely unconvincing plaster key, way too fragile to use in a lock. I'd have to substitute it for the real one. Trouble was, it looked like plaster and not metal. Then again, that plaster statue in Syria hadn't looked like stone until I'd been a bit artful with it. Maybe I could improve the key as well.
Gotta be with that. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be the paint pot.
No way.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's gonna be the paint pot.
What is it?
Here's the keys. Thanks.
Merci, monsieur.
Hi, it's me again.
What now?
I made this key out of plaster.
How thrilling! How clever! How pointless.
I need to get that next to him.
I have a red nose.
Imagine. A greasy tissue. Don't get it too close to my cigarette, monsieur, or there'll be a conflagration.
Damn it. Okay. I need him to bugger off.
Be seeing you.
Au revoir, monsieur.
And I'll dip the key in there.
Gunmetal paint. Interesting.
Just drop it in quick.
Hey, monsieur! Get away from my paint pot!
Okay.
I should think so. Meddling with a man's paint pot. What?
Alright, don't want to go straight to the hint again, but... Alright, so who will let me go next to the dumpster?
Hey, you! Get away from my dumpster.
Let me just watch him a minute. Okay, it stays in his face.
The painter didn't seem to regard the painting as too important. Not as important as a cigarette break, anyway.
No.
That is not a good idea. Maybe not.
Oh my god! Jesus, absolutely boggled.
Hi, it's me again.
What now? A greasy tissue. Or there'll be a...
Let's go back down a minute. Right, he's obviously next with the paint pot. What am I supposed to do? Yeah. Yeah, a lick of paint should do the trick. I know that. Oh my god.
It was my plaster copy of the excavation key. Trouble was, it looked like plaster, and it felt like plaster.
No. I can't. Just drop it in.
Hey, monsieur!
Okay.
I should think...
A well-used wheelbarrow was sitting by the rubble-filled dumpster. The painter didn't seem to regard the painting as too important. Not as important as a cigarette break, anyway.
There's something here I'm missing. Wow. Jeez. Don't even think I can leave. Oh, yeah. Oh my god, I haven't got a clue. Railing?
I couldn't climb over.
We don't need to.
The gate was surrounded by some pretty fancy ironwork.
No. I haven't got a clue. Come on. And then we got still. Jesus, still over 2 minutes. Alright. This isn't going to be one of them situations where it's like the goat, is it? I mean, unless you googled that, you'd never figure it out. How am I? So, okay. Oh my god! Yeah. How am I supposed to? Okay. Analyze. That's no good. That's no good. Ugh. Nope. And it. I just checked the hint again. Believe it or not, it told me to use the plastic key on the paint pot, which I've done like 3 to 4 times. So I have to wait again for the next hint. And now it tells me to get in touch with Nico. Or get help from Nico.
Killer!
Hi, Nico. It's me. I'm at the excavation site.
Goodbye, George.
No, wait a minute. I need your help.
What kind of help? I told you I'm busy.
This will only take a few minutes, I promise.
Okay, what do you want me to do?
I want you to keep somebody on the phone for a while.
Who?
A painter. I need to get at his pot.
Oh, okay.
Stay on the line. I'll go and get him.
Huh?
Hi, it's me again.
What now?
You've got a phone call.
For me? Are you certain?
It's a woman. She sounded hot.
What woman? She must be mistaken, monsieur.
Well, she asked for that hunk of a man with the nicotine fingers in his ass hanging out of his pants.
Certainly sounds like me. Stand back. It wouldn't do to keep the lady from her hunk.
Right. Gimme, gimme. Home. Is that it?
Well, monsieur, what a strange woman. She was all over me, and then suddenly, nothing but abuse.
Really?
What? Abuse? Ah, well, I had a cigarette to finish. And monsieur, if she calls again, I am not available.
Okay, dokie. Right. Now I'm assuming to get the keys back, I'll swap it over.
Hi again.
What is it?
I need to use the,
Again?
I have the...
Never mind.
Talk to you later. Au revoir.
Right, go. Swap the keys over. Okay. Oh, God. Really?
Quickly and without fuss, I swapped the fake key for the real thing.
Good dokie. Let's give him his key back. Oh, fake key back.
What is it?
I couldn't give him the keys. The false key looked pretty convincing, but it felt exactly like what it was. Painted plaster. He was bound to detect it.
What? Okay.
Maybe not.
So, what am I supposed to do? Right, that's a real key. No, no. It's not. The key won't open up, does it? No, it's obviously the door at the front, but absolutely boggled. Okay, I'm not wasting time on it. Okay, so I need to turn the thermostat off.
The thing felt really hot. Big demands seemed to be being made on it. There was a big old boiler used for heating the building.
Okay, so how do I turn it off? So I can't just turn the thing.
I turned the heating off.
Oh, okay. It was as easy as that then. Huh, it's getting cold. Really? Okay, now I'll give him his keys back.
What is it?
I held my breath and hoped that he wouldn't notice the substitution.
Here's the keys. Thanks.
Merci, monsieur.
Right, okay. So I need him gone. Right, let's go back out. There's definitely something about the tissue in his cigarette now.
Hi, it's me again.
What now? a greasy tissue. Or there'll be a con.
Okay.
Maybe not. Be seeing you.
Au revoir, monsieur.
Alright, so this is what I'm thinking. We need to cause a commotion outside, basically whatever to do with his cigarette and that greasy tissue. He's gonna end up running out, figuring out what's going on, and I can walk in there with the key. How am I supposed to start a fire?
I turned the thermostat back to where I'd found it.
Gonna take his gloves off. I think so. Wait, if I turn it off.
I turned the heating off.
Hi again. What?
Give me the keys.
I need to use the toilet again.
Again?
I have this.
Never mind. Here's the...
Talk to you later.
Au revoir, monsieur.
As if the heating's off. Does that mean I can touch the thermos?
The thing felt really hot. Big demand.
It's not. It's off. Wait, I did turn it off, didn't I?
I turned the thermostat back to where I'd found it.
Ah, no, turn it off.
I turned the heating off.
Okay. God, I hate doing this. Oh, what, really?
What is it?
I held my. Here's the key.
Merci, monsieur.
Yeah, I knew that. Right, let's give the phone call. Curious.
Hi, Nico. It's me again.
I'd guessed. What do you want this time?
What did you say to the painter?
I shan't repeat it, Josh.
Look, I need to get the guard out of the way. Could you call back and ask him to get the painter again?
Okay, I'll call back soon.
Oh, what am I doing coming out?
This looked like a good place to watch things develop.
Hey, you. It's the phone.
Yeah? Who is it?
How should I know? What am I, your social secretary?
It's not a chick, is it?
Yes, it's a woman. Are you going to answer it?
Does she have a warm, sensual voice like molten chocolate?
Yes, yes, she has a really sexy voice. Now get a move on.
I'm not talking to her.
I can see that. You're wasting time talking to me.
No, you don't understand. I refuse to talk to her.
You refuse. You refuse. I'm wasting valuable time.
Don't make me laugh. Your time valuable? You just stand around all day.
I have a highly responsible job. Ha, don't. Me, you elephantine oaf. My job is important.
Impossible. They would have hired somebody competent in that case.
Meaning what?
Instead of which they hired a dismal rent-a-cop like you. All epaulettes and no brains.
Why, you...
This looked set to carry on for some time. It was too good an opportunity to miss.
Alright, there we go. Whoa. Okay.
I couldn't see anything useful to do with the planks.
Eh. Right.
Close up, the pattern didn't make any sort of sense. It fanned out around an axis point, a kind of focus to one side. There was no doubt about it. It was the same sort of idol I'd seen in Syria, Baphomet. The Templars had certainly been through here. Now there's a familiar face. In the middle of the floor was a weird mosaic, all swirling and distorted. No, thanks. I think I'm carrying enough junk.
Is this gonna do anything?
And there it was, decoded by the curves of the chalice. The image of a church.
I found out what the chalice was for.
You've solved the puzzle?
Yeah, there was a distorted picture at the Baphomet site. When I viewed it in the polished surface of the chalice, it changed.
What did it show?
A picture of a church with a square tower.
Picture of a church with a square. Okay.
Let's take another look at the manuscript.
Okay. There's nothing new on here to check out. Alright, let's head outside.
I guess I'd better return the chalice to the Countess.
Hurry back, George.
Well, at least I know where I'm going. Where was that again?